How this goes for real, dude. Try to get a practice lap center so if I can do these 5, hoping that they don't just try to kill me. Be fine. I don't even know what the damage rate is here that they chose. But like I said, there's more practice. In general, today's gonna be full on practice for everything. Just had to see how it goes. But based on how I was going yesterday, be off my pace, but I'll be there. I'll be able to get there. I might actually be able to start before them. Oh no, somebody beat me to the punch. You want to see something real quick? Okay, no damage? Budget. Budget. Actually, hey, I beat somebody to the punch. Not the worst. My headset's so low. There we go. I had a feeling they were gonna miss that. Alright, now I feel more comfortable getting past that first part about it. Yeah, see how quick I could be without the racing lag. Try my best to just get used to it. Oh god. Yeah, a little bit cleaner. I gotta clean up my lines definitely. Those entries are absolutely not the best entries possible. But we'll see. Hey, so I'm still having to practice, so this is gonna be really slow in comparison to what I actually can run. Ooh. Kinda tweaked that a little too much. What is that? 52? I don't like that. Ooh. Gotta to definitely turn more. That's the thing about, you know, try to remember to not freak out and not be so focused on trying to perfect something. Focus on actually driving the car. It's fine now. We'll make it work. I don't think he recharged enough for that. Garage is one of the few tracks I feel comfortable because I've done it with the 25 cars. It does have a change rush a little bit, just having to get used to, you know. It's fine though. Ooh, off by a lot. Hit the grass, pushed me off. I should have let off a little bit more. I'm gonna build that like muscle memory to like not make so many mistakes. Alright, I got purple sectors, but I don't know how much better at these purple sectors, you know. We'll have to see though. A lot of it I'm trying to gauge is obviously as you drive more and you get used to these type of things. Kind of like when I did the no assist for the pedals. Over time, I was getting quicker, but there's certain things like that super late into the braking zone. Probably should have, probably not even super late, just didn't put enough pressure. Too much, see, slow down. Said I gotta perfect smoothing out a lot of these corners. So if I actually did that on a race, then I'd cook my tires like crazy. No battery. It wasn't managing, I just kept trying to drive. It's not a really good thing. And it's still building even on none. That's what it is. This braking zone isn't so heavy like other ones. You can go a little more depending on where you decide to do it. You could just excellent, went over that. Alright, a little better, a little tighter, a little cleaner. So just gotta work on it. Let's see if we can take this. This is pretty hard. A little bit better. More keys, definitely more track, not be so conservative. Work our way to that. Oh my god. Good evening, what's up, brother? How's it going? The one day I'm off work next week is my football equipment day. Lucky me. That's interesting. I'm really just trying to finally practice driving without the racing line. So a couple things that I gotta clean up. But over time, hopefully by the end of the week, I can at least get out of around the track without making too many mistakes, you know? Because right now, I'm still trying to build up my references to the braking zones. A lot of these corners I'm trying to build up. Yeah, that's super off the pace. On this track, I'm like 4 seconds off what I could do. No, 3 seconds. It's crazy how you build such a reliance. Trying, brother. Gotta get better. I mean, at some point, I had to get rid of it, right? Especially if I want to maximize every aspect of driving. I probably would make it esports level, but I gotta get that extra tenth, even if it is to be like the content creator guys, the top guys from the content creator series. Like that pace would be pretty good. I'd be pretty happy with that. Too much. You see, that's the thing about the line too. It kind of guides you around the corner. Like it shows you kind of where the corner is gonna go, so you kind of follow that flow a little bit. Right here is like solely you having to calculate the distance, understand where the track flows, and where you're putting your car by yourself, you know? But it's okay. Right here, like this felt super slow in comparison to what I can do. I do have purple sector, so I'm improved, but I don't know how much I'm improving. If I could get into 47s, I won't be so mad. That'd be like a second off my pace. Alright, hold on. Ooh, definitely could use. 47, okay. Not that bad. After like 2-3 laps when I started putting that's terrible. Took too much speed on it. If you make a content creator series, remember I paid 3,000 for a setup, so wait, what? I'm taking this shit serious. I paid 3,000. If you make content creators, remember. Wait, I'm confused. What are you saying? I don't know what you're good at. I meant remember me, but oh, remember you? Nah, bro, you're good. I remember everybody that was here for a while that I usually, you know, race with. I don't try to be that type of person that tries to be fake, you know. That once they make it, it's like, oh, I don't know who you guys are. I got 3,000 set up, by the way. Oh yeah, I'm on my setup's approximately maybe. I think my setup is less because if you just base it off the setup that I have, the steering wheel and wheelbase are like 1,000. My pedals are like what 450, and then my rig is like another 600. So like $2,000 just for the rig alone. But the computer setup is way more. But we're just talking about the rig itself. Yeah, yeah. But if we were to consider my computer, my streaming, everything that I use to stream as well, but let's just say for gaming, because my gaming PC alone is like, well, what am I doing? It's like 30, like $4,000 PC, something like that, maybe 4 or 5 around there. And then, well, the monitor. Well, this monitor is the one I game, right? So if I just had a gaming, just gaming, and put this monitor, the monitor alone was a good amount too. Bro, well, how much was this thing? It's like $800 or something like that for this thing. Everything else, obviously, it's more like streaming stuff, so this shit wouldn't count towards gaming rig or setup or whatever. But that was a tough one, trying to get used to. I feel like as I warm up today, though, I'll get a lot quicker as I go. Oh, dude, Leo just dropped by. He's a 5 streak for the views. This isn't even my lobby, though. I had tried to open a lobby earlier. Nobody was joining, so I left. Yeah, but I appreciate you stopping by, man. I didn't realize, were you here yesterday? Because you didn't really say much, right? Or I think you probably tapped in right at the last second when I was getting off, no? Yeah, if you guys want me to, I'll create a lobby. The only reason I just left is because wasn't even getting one person. I tried to do it right before I started the stream so that way I could start the stream. But yeah, that pace was pretty decent. You got like what, a 147, no line, couple mistakes here and there, cooked my tires, but you know, as I go, hopefully, like I was telling Easy, within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I could get back. I could get back to my old pace, but if not, then I'll go like I'll give it about a month, and hopefully 2 months from now, I'm like faster than my old pace. So yeah, yeah, I am gonna make one. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, yeah, I think the only reason why I haven't bought a bigger frame for my rig is just because I need to be able to move it around. That's all it is. Because I definitely would have bought a bigger frame. I was thinking of buying a pretty hefty frame, but yeah, but I don't have. I want. I'm gonna end up moving within a year. Once I change colleges, if I get into law school, depending where my law school is, I don't want to be so far compared to where I'm at. Because all the law schools that I have nearby me, all of them are about 30, 40 minutes away from my house. Yeah. So I will have to move closer to them. So I don't want to have a big frame having to break it down from a year from now, right? Just deal with what I have now and build it then. Because it wouldn't make sense. That and just save money right now too. Top ad. This rig is still good. I fit on it surprisingly. Because first when I started looking reviews at the PlayStation Trophy, they had said that the rig was meant for like taller people. And then I fit perfectly fine on it. And I feel like my body's well proportioned for it too. Like I don't, sometimes some people have a little bit longer legs than their upper torso or a little bit upper, arms and all that. I think my body's well proportioned for what I need. Definitely not doing this. What the heck? Whoa, 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 whoa. That was weird. What the heck? Wow. Oh, wait, what? I literally did this. Why is it not changing the rule set? What? It just, oh, okay. I was like, I should have loaded up. Like, I don't want to sit there and flip through everything. Random. Oh, this doesn't even, it doesn't really matter because I have it set. 80. This. Oh, what the heck? What up? Who's this? Oh, too high to fly. Yeah. He dropped in last night. Wait. I was doing Monza first. We could do what? Silverstone, maybe? Belgium? No, I did Belgium right now. I'll probably throw it out if someone requests it, but not. Bahrain's not a good. It's one of those tracks I don't run off. Japan would be a good one to try with no line, because that's a pretty tough track if you don't know how to nail it. And Sure, I could put Jet in there. I'm not gonna put him back to back. Yeah, I got you. Does anybody that is gonna be in the lobby need traction control all the way up, or can I put it to medium? I want people that run you off the track if they end up in the grass to have to pay the price if they're not used to driving. You know those guys that try to let's see how good they are at driving off the grass once they run you off. Yeah. Oh, dagger's on. Okay. I'm using medium. Okay, yeah. I'm just like I said, I'm gonna be super slow in comparison to what you guys been seeing from me these past few days, just because I have no racing line no more. I'm trying to shy away from that and trying to like actually I'm somewhat used to it. Oh really? That's good. That's good. It just takes a little bit of time, you know. I would say definitely like I would give it. Oh, bro, I don't want qualifying. Let's give it a bit, man. Like, I would say give it. Depending how everybody learns, between a week to 2 weeks, you'll probably get better. The benefits is because you don't hyper fixate on trying to follow the line sometimes in certain corners, that you, instead of paying attention to the line and trying to make the car drive the racing line, now you actually start paying attention to your car and making your car drive according to how it's feeling at that moment in that corner. You know, because sometimes your tires are getting hot or worn or anything like that, and when you try to force it onto the racing line, when you're washing out wide or you turn them too early and stuff like that, you kind of throw the balance of the car off. But when you start driving by paying attention to what the car is telling you need to do for the corner, while you're in the corner, while you're going into a corner, you start noticing more things. You're more aware of your surroundings, you're more aware of the line, because as tire temps go up, you might need to take a different type of line, you know. And sometimes trying to force the car to drive the racing line is what slows you down, because you're like, all right, my tires are hot, my tires are warm, I must brake even earlier so that I could stay on the racing line. When if you just compensate at the type of line you take, maybe you have a more narrow entry and a wider exit, or more wide entry and a more narrow exit, you could compensate for that heat that the tires are getting, right? You know, so that's it too. Plus, if your tires are getting hot, you can change your lines to try to get your tire temps to come back down, so you're not turning too sharp, getting too much heat. Just a bunch of stuff. I'm top 5K on control dependent track, also 1.5K. So wheel makes no difference. What? I'm top 5K on controller, and track also top 1 track. I think it makes a difference. I went from being never breaking the top 10 to being a top 5% in the world. That puts me like top 3,000 for certain. For Belgium is the one I did it for. And pretty sure if I could did it for other tracks, I would. Obviously, that's what a racing line, so I could probably get even faster if I take the racing line off. I mean, there's benefits for that. I mean, literally the fastest guys in the world are not controller players. You can't even debate that. Like, once you have the skill base there, there's just an accuracy that you have with the steering wheel and pedals that you will never get from a controller. That's going to gain, even if it's a thousandths or a hundredths of a second. That makes a difference. It might not look like a big gain. It might not look like cost effective if you don't plan to be a high level racer to spend all that money just to gain like a tenth or a thousand. But when you're a professional, when you are taking it more serious, everything makes a difference, right? So it just depends how you see it. Tell you, when I was on controller, but remember, I never. That's also another thing. I'm a caveat that when I was on controller, I could never get off the assist because I built the bad habit of being on assist. But I could never break in the top 10, never. And now I'm in the top 5%, puts me like at the top 3,000 for Belgium. I could do other tracks. I'm gonna start doing them, but yeah, it's like there's benefits to it. It just depends how you see it, you know. For some people, because they don't want to be like professional racers, spending $2,000-3,000 to gain a 10 to 100s, then it's not worth it. But for a person like an esports driver, spending 10 grand to gain an extra 10, which could win them the championship, they're willing to spend it. But obviously they play with equipment that everybody uses generalized. Oh, bro, I fucked up. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, but yeah, I actually released the clutch. I was trying to adjust something else. It's fine though. I'll just go on hards and try to make up like that. Oh, it's a drive-through, so I can't even change tires. That's a tough one. All right, cool. This is gonna be a tough track for me because, actually, I drove it a little bit yesterday, so we'll DB.